this order to meeting, this business meeting to order. Wow, what a good start. Yeah. Easy, beats. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd, 2025, and roll call, please.
Mrs. Gibson?
Here.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Here.
Mrs. Miller?
Here.
Mr. Mundy?
I hope so. Here.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
All right, can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. So I'm going to start by giving a few introductions here. We've got a full house today. How exciting. It's good seeing everyone here. So this introduction is going to be probably the longest part of the meeting. Well, you know what? We're going to start with our wonderful treasurer here, Ryan Sloan. And then we'll move down to our board member, Angie Shockley. We have board member John Llewellyn, board member Leslie Miller. I'm also a board member. My name's Nate Mundy. We have Dr. Andrea Townsend. We have, thanks, Lori. We have board member Lori Gibson. And then today, I want to introduce the kiddos here, and hopefully I can say everyone's name correctly. I'm going to start with you, Danny. You ready? We have Daniela Rodriguez Vasquez. Not too bad. Okay. All right, we have Haley Schuster. And then we have Abby. Is it Nicely? Yeah. That's amazing. So nice. And we have Abby Nicely. And then in our administration team, we have Devin Berry, our Director of Human Resources. We have wonderful Becky Ehrman, the Director of Student Services. We have Robin Jordan, which is our Dr. Robin Jordan, our Director of Curriculum. And then we have Jack Haig, our Business Manager. So we got a full team here. And then other than that, I'm going to recommend for the agenda to be adopted. We do have two addendums.
We do. So we need to add an item to 10F and then add a new item number 13.
So moved.
Second.
All right, we'll go for a vote.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
All right, we have no comments relating to agenda items, so we'll move right along to our communications update. Hi, Janine.
Hey, good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I wanted to tell you, I always say go to westcarletonschools.com, watch for our news, and we have some really exciting news that's going to be coming up in the next few days. Two students, one of whom is sitting here, she's going to be on the Montgomery County Student Advisory. She's going to be a delegate. So we're really excited about that. We'll be talking more about that or doing a news item. Also, Ladarius, he's number 13 in soccer. He really got a glowing comment from somebody that oversees the soccer games. So it's always nice to hear good things about our kids. Also, I'm a little sweaty. Normally I wouldn't talk about that, but I've been over on the turtle mission. How many people here went to the middle school? A lot of hands. How many people remember the turtles at the middle school? A lot of hands. Well, we knew that the turtles were still living there, and we knew eventually, of course, the school was going to be demolished, and we wanted to make sure the turtles were taken care of prior to anything happening. So Division of Wildlife was there from the state of Ohio. Cincinnati Zoo came out today. We found 21 turtles.
Wow.
They think there's probably more, but they're going to be returning to collect any other turtles that might be found. So we are very excited about that partnership and making sure these little guys get taken care of. They were mentioning names. I made them promise to call at least one Pirate Pete, so just saying. Okay, so westcarletonschools.com, you're going to see that story In the next few days, along with the other things I talked about, Facebook, West Carrollton City Schools, X at WC City Schools, Instagram at WC_City Schools. Those are some avenues you can use to find out what's happening in the school district. Also on our webpage, if you go to westcarrolltonschools.com, you can find out about your school. It's right at the top of the menu. Just click on the schools, then choose yours. You can find events, news, different things that are happening at your school. Also, don't forget to download the West Carrollton Schools app on your phone or other device, where you can also stay in touch with what's happening in the schools as well as in your child's classroom. Be safe, be respectful, be responsible. This is usually what I say at the end, but today it's a little different. I have a kindness story to tell you. So yesterday I got an email from Laura Bukowski. They marched in the Holiday at Home Parade. I'm going to just read what she wrote. Yesterday, the band marched in the Kettering Holiday at Home Labor Day Parade, and after the parade, excuse me, when we were walking down a side street to our bus, a lady approached us and asked if we would play for her elderly mother who was unable to walk to the parade. I asked the kids if they felt up to playing a few songs for this sweet lady, and without a blink of an eye, they all excitedly yelled, yes. So the kids performed a private little concert for this little lady in the middle of the Kettering neighborhood. And after just marching a 1 mile long parade, they were still happy to do it. So Channel 2 also put that out for us, so you can find that on their webpage. We're having a little video difficulty, don't worry about it, Michaela. It's just a very short little video clip of them playing the music, but if you see it on our Facebook page, Laura did the video and she does a close-up of the lady's face, and you can just see how thrilled she is and excited. So that was very, very kind. So kindness spreads. So I wanted to talk a little bit about our social media. This is all gonna tie together. August, we made 31 social media posts. We average 95 likes per post. We reach an average of 8,748 people per post. Dr. Townsend, do you remember when I used to come down and say, we had 1,000?
Yeah. Except snow days.
Well, snow days, yeah. There were something, but this, we are so excited that people are watching what's happening. We also average 5 shares per post. And I wanted to tell you those numbers because that one Pirate Kindness post about the band, this was as of 2 o'clock this afternoon. I know the numbers have gone up significantly since. 1,618 likes and loves, 68,253 people that it has reached, 102 comments, and 137 shares. So people really do respond to kindness, and we love that. I also wanted to talk about comments. Jose Alberto Mata. He was a foreign exchange student years and years ago, and he still follows us, and he stated, I was in the parade in 1966 in Kettering, sitting on the back of a convertible car as an American Field Service foreign exchange student for the 66-67 year at West Carrollton Senior High. A banner on the side had my name, school and country, which was Brazil, still is Brazil. It is so great that this dear traditional parade is still going. Go Pirates. And what I wanted to say about Jose Mata is he left West Carrollton, went back to his home country, became Dr. Mata, and was a cardiologist. So I'm pretty sure that we gave him that start. So Pirate Pride Award. Just wanted to talk about that for a minute. That's how you can find it. It's on our website. You just find this picture, this happy graduate, and you can see the little tab there, and you can nominate someone for Pirate Pride Award. And so tonight, the cheerleaders really aren't here just for the fun of it. They actually, a lot of them are going to a soccer game immediately after this. But we wanted to recognize them for all they've been doing. I love this picture. This was at a cheer camp that they did over the summer, and they went around to the other squads. They said, if you couldn't be on the squad you were on, what squad would you want to be on? West Carrollton. Why West Carrollton? Because they're so nice and full of spirit. And you can see that. You also saw them at our convocation day. I think Mr. Berry commented that this year, a lot of times people do their cheers and then they're like, huh. But you guys are always smiling, and we love that. We love to see that pirate spirit. So we wanted to recognize you this evening. So I don't know, everybody wants to come up? Coaches? Ladies? Okay, so I'll just talk loud. We have a certificate for all of them, and we're going to get a picture afterwards. So put this in your practice gym, put this wherever you want, and we just want you to know how much we appreciate you and bringing the pirate pride to the school district. Woo! Okay, so, and now I have to tell you that one person in this room was brought here without knowing why they were being brought here. I love that kind of thing. So, she received a Pirate Pride nomination, and it said, Riley was hired at 22 to West Carrollton High School. She's over there smiling, going, oh no, oh no. And in just 2 years, she has thrived. Not only as a teacher first to our credit recovery kids, then as an assistant to our ESL class, but also as a cheer coach, now as head of the cheer program. Riley is an incredible human being. She gives her everything to everyone she comes in contact with. She's a coach in every way. Riley has taken this program to new heights, not only by her experience, but her knowledge and her driven nature to help those cheerleaders excel in their sport. Riley has come up with multiple fundraising ideas, new flags, new uniforms, community activities, involvement of our Pee Wee cheerleaders, binding nets, and driving 7 hours in a U-Haul to get them. The list goes on and on. I feel that Riley, I feel that, that kind of a little confusing. It was the writer. The writers in this room too.
I think she went to West Carrollton.
Yeah. Okay, come on. Riley's.
Her brother did too, I don't know.
Riley's been a pirate her whole life, and she's going to continue to make our cheer program the greatest in the MPL. And well, let's throw it out there in the state. Heck, I'm going to dream big in the nation. She's that amazing, and I truly believe she can. You should be so proud to have her in our district. I know I am. So, we have a special certificate just for Riley. As the cheerleading head coach. Thank you. We also have a special coin for you. A special coin, John. I always have one of our school board members says, when am I going to get my coin? And there it is. You also get this special pen to wear that says you're showing pride in West Carrollton schools. Thank you. Okay, girls, you want to do a quick cheer? Oh my God. Okay.
Do you want to share? Okay, go over there.
Just do a quick cheer.
Yep, quick cheer.
Riley.
Red, black, white. We are West Carrollton. Red, black, white. We are West Carrollton. Red, black, white. We are West Carrollton. Red, black, white. Let's go,
They have already made this the most exciting board meeting I think I've ever had. say it. But, okay, so, and that brings us today to Pirate Pride. All of these girls, along with the coaches, thank you so much. And then a reminder, watch out for pirates when you're out on the roads. And again, be safe, be respectful, be responsible, be kind. And I'm going to take these ladies outside to get some pictures. And some of them are going on to the soccer game this evening, so we want to get them out of here. So thank you all very much.
Thank you guys. Yeah, we'll take a few minutes. So you guys can get- Except if you really want to stay. Yeah. Got bigger fish to fry and hang out with us, I guess. Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thanks, guys. Good luck at the game. And there goes everyone.
Sorry to take your fun.
Take care.
Bye. Thank you.
Bye, thank you.
All right. Yeah, they always leave. All right. Well, hopefully we can carry that spirit on for the rest of the meeting here, because usually it gets a little bit, more boring. But I think it's exciting. Right? All right. We'll move on to item number 8 here, and just to say that this is just a discussion. We won't be voting this time, but this will be for the next meeting to vote on. It will be relating to some policy proposals. If you'd like to
Way to
explain.
follow the cheerleaders.
Lucky you.
Yeah, all related to the budget bill, no less, so I'm a whole lot of fun over here tonight. Okay, so as I mentioned, a lot of these are related to Bill 96. There's a lot of things that are being revised or rescinded and combined into multiple policies into one. So it's going to be out of order number-wise, but rapid fire as well, because a lot of them are the same items. Policy 1613, 3213, and 4213, student supervision and welfare. They have added the definition of grooming of a student and how to notify a parent. Policy 1422, 3122, and 4122 are replacement policies, and they are related to non-discrimination, equal opportunity, and anti-harassment. And policy 1422.02, 3122.02, 4122.02, they are the ones that are being rescinded. So they've been cleaned up and streamlined. Policy 1662, 3362, and 4362 have also been rescinded and combined into those new policies. Policy 2260 is changing the United States Department of Education address from whatever state it was in to Maryland, or DC, I believe now. Was the only change with that one, and the pronouns were changed. Policy 226001, same thing, US DOE address was changed and the pronouns were corrected. Policy 1623, 3123, and 4123, US DOE address and pronouns were changed. Very simple changes. Policy 2266, it is the non-discrimination on the basis of sex in education programs or activities. It has changed a definition, and the term officially is a criminal sexual contact has been added, and sexual orientation and gender identity was removed, and they've updated the US DOE address. Policy 243002 is for homeschool students. It's been revised. We used to be able to take homeschool students as well as students that attended another district, and they could participate in our extracurricular activities. Now it's just homeschool students. Policy 2431 is basically the same thing related to athletics. Students from other qualifying districts are no longer eligible, just homeschool students, which we allow them to attend anyhow. Policy 3130, assignment and transfers. This is giving me the ability to assign teachers based on the best interest, excuse me, of students enrolled in the district. It also does not have any impact based on continuing contract. We do what's best for our teachers and students based on licensure. We find that's probably the most appropriate. Policy 5130, withdraw from school. This removes the requirement that schools notify the Department of Motor Vehicles if a child is under 18 and withdraws from school and transfers out of state or to another school. We cannot report them to have their driver's license taken. Policy 5136, personal communication devices. This has changed. We've already had this policy for a long time. However, it does add the word instructional day, which was already in our policy, and adds that if there was like a threat of like something significant, kids would be able to have their phone, which we discussed when we did our policy. And that was already in there as well. Policy 5200, attendance. This is related to our attendance meetings that we have for students. Really, this didn't change much for us. In the new policy, if you have less than 5% of attendance issues, you don't have to have an attendance team. It also allows you to have one at the school district level. We're keeping ours at the building level where we feel that they know the kids better than we do. Release time for religious instruction. It does allow that students can have 2 periods a week in elementary and middle, and then release time for high school is also defined in there. Policy 5330 is a slight change. I've added the word plus A to an existing policy. Policy 6109, we are, unless you want to read these, Ryan, we can accept payment by credit card. We do that right now with our spirit store, so it's a good policy to have in place. Policy 6152, it changed the pronouns, technical corrections, and policy 6830 talks about having a audit when the treasurer leaves. So policy 754002, digital content and accessibility, says that we have to make sure our items that we have are ADA compliant. We actually have a program that monitors that, and we've been doing that for quite a while. Policy 8300, continuity of organizational operations. Policy 8305 and 8400 all talk about cybersecurity programs that were included in House Bill 96 and making sure that we have provisions in place in our safety plan as well as systems in place if something were to happen. Also in policy 8400, it does add enabling students' use of cell phone during an active threat or an emergency. Policy 8462, student abuse and neglect. It has removed us having mandatory training by a law enforcement officer, which we actually do ours through Public School Works, which was conducted by a law enforcement officer, so we were fine either way. Policy 8640, transportation for non-routine trips. This is allowing students, if they have a chaperone, to have a snack if they were going to a sporting event that's non-curricular. Policy 9270, equivalent education outside the school and participation in extracurricular activities for students not enrolled in a district. This new law clarifies that home education special ed students may participate in junior ROTC without being enrolled in the district. So I wish we had ROTC, however we do not have it, and I've been trying to get it, and I'm working with our person at the base. And this is it's restricted to homeschool students only. And that's it. They're all kind of combined together, all on the same topics.
Right.
Mostly cleanup is how Norm talked about it. See a lot of pink in the strikeouts. They're just consolidated.
You have a comment?
I have a comment.
Yeah, well, okay, yeah.
Finally, they put in there that I can get the snacks on the way home from the sporting
I
event.
thought of you.
I've only been doing that for 13 years, and now it's in there.
You ride the bus, you're a chaperone.
Yes,
Oh,
I
that's
ride
what
the
it
bus.
is. Yeah, you're a chaperone.
And I always make sure that, in fact, tomorrow we're on, and I will have snacks and drinks to get them back up. Boy, they appreciate it too.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, long days for the kids. So, any questions? They're all pretty simple changes.
You did go over 5410, right?
I did.
Okay, I'm like, I didn't cross that one off, but I'm guessing you probably did.
5410 is the promotion, placement, and retention.
It was after
Yeah.
the bus everyone.
Promotion and retention, I believe, of students. And I'm pretty sure it's probably just changing USDOE.
Oh, one of those again. I think it was on the top.
Huh, I'm missing a whole page, I'm sorry. To log in. Hold on.
You want to do that real quick?
Yeah, I'm logged in. I'm missing a whole page in here.
While she's looking into that, is there any other discussion or questions that you guys might have?
Sorry, I'm missing. I must have gotten lost when we uploaded it to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because I had them all in order.
Well, thank you,
Right,
yeah.
5410, right?
5410, yeah.
Keyboard died. So sorry.
She just didn't go over it.
I don't know what order she has these in.
Oh,
Yeah, my
and you
keyboard's.
can't control
yeah,
that?
No, because my keyboard died.
Yeah.
You're probably quicker on yours.
Trying to get there.
Sheet and go this way.
52. Oh, I'm almost there.
Does she have, I don't know what order she.
It's in the same order as well.
Okay.
52, 23, 53, 30,
Sorry about that.
54, 10.
Okay, so 5410 we adopted in May. This is an old one. It's a change in pronouns.
Oh,
Yeah, none of them
that's a big one to dive into.
none of them are very big
Yeah.
at all.
Yeah,
54, that whole bunch is probably all pronoun changes.
So,
Okay.
And they changed Ohio Department of Ed to do in this.
oh, that, gotcha.
Sorry about that.
You're fine, I just wanted to be sure that we had them all.
Yeah, it's just pronouns.
Okay.
That's it. Thank you.
Well, thank you, yeah, I appreciate you. All right, well, with no other discussion, we will just move along. And accept the family. I don't know. Oh. Okay. It looked like you were going to say something. All right,
no.
we will move on to number 9 then, which is for Ryan to approve some, one item, I guess, huh?
I ask the board to approve the minutes of the regular meeting held on August 20th, 2025.
So moved. Second?
All right, anything you want to add with what you got here?
No, sir.
All right.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
All right, item number 10, and it does have an addendum, and that'll be for some personnel items. Devin?
Good evening.
Good evening.
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the following personnel items, 10A through 10H and 10F on the addendum.
Okay. I need a motion and a second.
So moved. Second?
Anything you'd like to add to this? That's a long list.
No, just welcoming a few teachers back that retired last year that are coming back to substitute.
That's always nice. Oh, good. Well, now to the discussion, we'll move on for a vote.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes. All right, item number 11 also deals with personnel items. Devin?
The superintendent recommends that the board approve the following personnel items, 11A through 11D.
All right, I'll need a motion in a second.
So moved.
Second.
Anything to add with this one? I see some athletic event workers, which is always nice to see. A lot of them. That's actually, is that typically that many?
It is. We
Wow.
rely on the same people heavily.
Yeah.
We'd like to expand that.
Oh, really?
I'll get on this list next year. Okay.
Oh, there you go. Well, it's on record now, John.
Yep,
I did it
before. Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, I did.
You've done it.
I have a track record.
Well, fantastic.
You do tickets instead of the chain.
There you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, in the NFL, I think I saw, or college, one of the, where the chain gang don't even move anymore. They just stand still and they don't have to exercise as much or run as much. So maybe we can go to that process. That would be
Change up the process.
We'll put it right on.
We'll laser that down for you.
Look at it for you. Okay, well, with no other discussion, we'll move on for a vote.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Abstain.
All right, item number 12 deals with special education model policies. Becky?
Sure, I'm requesting a motion in a second that the board adopts the following resolution. Be it resolved, the Board of Education hereby adopts the special education model policies and procedures that were released by the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce in December 2024 and directs all staff in the district to use and comply with the model policies. Board further authorizes the superintendent to notify the DEW of the board's adoption of the model policies through the DEW's monitoring system by uploading a copy of this board resolution on or before March 30th, 2025, and by November 30th for each subsequent school year.
So moved.
Second.
All right, anything you'd like to add with that?
Nope, it's just our policies and procedures, special education.
All right, well, if no further discussion, we'll move for a vote.
Mrs. Shockley?
Yes.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes. Okay, item number 13 deals with our marching band student trip.
So I'd like to recommend that the board approve as presented the marching band student trip to Cedar Point in Sandusky, Ohio from September 5th, 2025 through September 6th, 2025. This performance opportunity gives students a chance to perform in an environment outside the district. Also ride probably my most favorite roller coaster ever. This helps students gain performance experience and build confidence with stage presence, teamwork, collaboration, artistic growth, and mental and physical stamina.
All right. I need a motion. So moved.
Second?
Any other discussion other than tell me what your favorite ride is?
It's like
Oh.
the new roller coaster.
Oh, okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
So I was going over whatever this paper is called, the proposal, and it says that it's for 51 students, and it's $100 per person, and it's $6,500. The math doesn't add up.
Right, and so the rest of the money is coming from the boosters funds.
Oh, yeah, but I mean, if it's 51, it's $100 per student, that would be $5,100, and they're saying it's gonna be $6,500.
So the students are gonna pay $100 to go on the trip, and then the difference will be picked up by the boosters. So they'll pick up whatever is not covered out of their fundraising and their booster account.
Okay, all right.
And then the hotel I wrote on there and re-uploaded it this morning with the rules.
Okay, all right.
Good question.
And we also have extra funds for emergency.
Correct.
Which is nice. Hopefully that won't be need to be
So
used.
they put in everything, so.
Yeah, it's a nice trip. They
Have
haven't
fun.
done this one for a while. So
Good.
this is the first weekend to like the end of the summer, I don't know, Cedar Point, hoorah. And then it'll go into the Halloween weekends.
Oh.
So last time the kids did this, so it's about the same time of year, but it was my first year.
Nice.
So,
All right, well, we'll move for a vote then.
Mrs. Gibson?
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn?
Yes.
Mrs. Miller?
Yes.
Mr. Mundy?
Yes.
Mrs. Shockley?
comments and reports section. The student reps, do you guys have any good updates?
So I've been working on a newsletter to send out, student board rep report, is what I'm gonna call it. And, it'll go out, I'm gonna shoot for some time on Thursday, probably Thursday mornings. And I'll also have it in paper copies for, that way we can have for student council meetings. So, I already have like the outline of it set up, and then every Wednesday night I'll just go in after a board meeting and plug in all the information. So that is coming after tonight, because it'll be the first one. I'll bring that for you next time to see what it looked like, and I'll send that out to you as well. And then the caring closet, there's still a lot of little details that we're working out, but we're working on getting some more things organized between the counselors and Mr. White. I did talk to Miss Allen, one of the high school counselors, the other day, and she has been taking students in there.
Oh,
So we're just working on everyone getting on the same page kind of thing and really getting it going.
Great. I have a question about that.
Mhm.
So when it comes to, like, let's say a student is looking for an opportunity to use the closet, so they would typically just go to their counselor then, or should they reach out to you guys? Like, what's the best avenue for a student to?
They could do either. We're working on getting something so it's easier, and I'm gonna make announcements about it and stuff like that. But just so eventually it'll be easier, but you can go to your counselor or email any of us.
Good. And then if it's, like, let's say it's a middle schooler, because technically the middle school, they might have something small. I know some other schools do have some small, but nothing like what we have at the high school there.
Right.
So if, let's say a middle schooler is in need, should they maybe reach out to their counselor then? And then maybe the counselor can reach out to one of you guys?
Yeah.
Would that be the best avenue there?
Yeah, they could do that, or they could just reach out to us. Either.
Okay. Well,
I know that there was some discussion about having a night or a after school for
Yeah.
a week. Has anything?
We still have to talk to Mr. White about
Okay.
that, but that's in the workings.
Okay.
So we're still planning on doing that.
Okay.
And then also adding school supplies too, because we've heard there is need for that. So
And do you have an updated list of needs? Are there anything particular that's needed?
not right now, not yet. Yes.
School supplies, okay. And of course, you guys have plenty of funds for you.
Yes. So
Get some rep as well.
we can get a list of specific school supplies items that we're gonna need, but
You can have that next time.
Yes.
That way we can work on
yes,
that next
but
time.
nothing specific yet.
Great. All right.
Yeah.
I have, ladies, if you'll mark your calendars for the September 20th, we will be in need of this room that morning. They are meeting the student reps, and Miss Angie down here is going to take that one at 10 o'clock. So all Northmont, Centerville, Miamisburg will all meet here that morning. So we will need him.
Got it.
All
Screw
right.
that.
Write that one down.
Good. All right, any other updates, Mr. Reps? Enjoying this school year right now?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Okay, well, we'll move right along to some committee reports. Then. Does anyone have any committee reports? Anything to throw in?
I would like to report that I have nothing to report.
Was that a good report?
Yep.
And-
None of my comments is left.
Foundation's still sending glow items at the last concert coming up. So, and that benefits the classroom grants. And then they're going to have spirit wear too. That should be, forms could be coming out, those should be coming out to all staff, and we'll put it out in the community. Board members will be able to order from that, but I haven't gotten informed. Do you know anything more about that? You do?
No, I know about the food trucks.
Oh, yeah, I know.
You don't know about that?
I haven't heard
So
what's happening with that yet.
my
For sure.
understanding is in the works for the foundation are food trucks for homecoming.
I heard that we were trying that, but I didn't know how that
We're
shook out.
doing food trucks for the homecoming? They're not going.
No.
Okay. Interesting.
Everyone be chasing it like an ice cream truck. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was imagining. I know, it works.
No, but it would be nice to have. Yeah, we have a room right now, so, I know, I just did,
Or did the trucks agree yet?
that I didn't know, but I know it's pretty, like, the city's on board and everything, so we're getting there.
Where are they going?
I
Oh, we don't know yet?
I don't know. Lisa knows.
Huh? Who knows?
I'll get an email out to everybody once we confirm. I sit on the committee, so I'll get
Yeah.
it all to everybody when I hear.
It'll be fun.
Yeah, that's great. I have a few things from the intermediate school. It was nice, I got to go to the intermediate school today, and, because the first time I read Wonder, I feel like I should probably mention, I'm reading a section of the book Wonder, because right now they're kind of teaching about kindness and, you know, beginning of the year, and it's cool because a bunch of, I think, community members or something, a bunch of people, I think you'd read too, right? Is kind of reading a portion of this book called Wonder, and if you guys never read it, it is a very good book, very, very good book. And so I read it a few weeks ago on mute, so the 35 minutes I spent reading the darn thing didn't work, so I had to, thanks David for laughing. It was a really bad experience.
Was it on purpose or?
Yeah, I just didn't want people to hear
I
me.
mean,
I told them that they should, you know, like, just voice over it, you know, but, so, I had to do it again, but it went very well. It was not on mute this time, and I got a much smaller passage, so I guess they didn't trust me with the big passage anymore. Yeah, it might be. So that was really good, and, I have some other things, because there's no way I was gonna remember her telling me this, so I'm happy she wrote this in an email. She's doing, the intermediate school is doing Mindful Mondays, where 14 students were recognized for receiving a positive certificate by staff members in the building, which I think is really, really cool. And then they're also doing pirate brag tags, where students can get recognized for, you have a brag tag? What? Oh, so this is not new. Oh, really? Oh, you had it.
I'm pretty sure I have them in, what did you, the middle
Wow.
school? Or-
Intermediate school.
I got them.
Really?
Somewhere, yeah.
School system.
Oh, that's really,
So,
really
yeah, I got them somewhere.
So
Yeah.
maybe you'll be better at can you let someone know what a brag tag is?
Like, a brag tag is when a teacher a teacher can nominate you for one for like best assignment or like best test, and like you get a brag tag. And then there's like perfect attendance. There's another one for attendance, and then there's one for grades. There's one for being nice, and there's more, but that you just like every time you complete something, there's like a little ring keychain. And every time you get a tag, you just keep adding it to your keychain ring thing, and then like you just carry it around. It gives you bragging rights to say, I have this brag tag and blah blah blah.
Yeah, they were like little laminated, like little squares.
Why doesn't the board have that?
Because we would never get one. We wouldn't get the keychain. Well, it seems like they've been doing, the intermediate school's been killing it with PBIS stuff, and really, the student achievement is so important, and for them to recognize kids doing really amazing things is just the best. I was also told, we talked about the Wonder book, they're going to be doing a family movie night that's taking place on the 11th of September, and that's at 8 p.m. And of course, she wanted to encourage families to stay involved by reading the weekly newsletter that's sent out every Monday. And yeah, just keep, they've been updating the events page and website regularly. So, and you know, I think it is important for definitely parents to stay involved. And I mean, obviously they're doing great things over there, and you know, for parents to be involved in that only makes things better. That's for sure. So, with that, do you have any reports, Dr. Townsend? Or comments? I guess you don't have to report. But
I
you
don't
can
know,
comment.
I kind of have an important report
Oh,
for
okay.
today. First of all, just a reminder, homecoming parade is the 25th. Brooks emailed us and said, if you have a Corvette and would like to drive, please let her know so we can get enough Corvettes for the homecoming court. And then today, I had a very important meeting with some kindergartners, and they had football draft. And by the time the draft was over, I think I had every kindergartner going, woohoo! Over their teams. They were very excited, and the draft will play into how things are organized in the classrooms. So it was a lot of fun. I was always happy to go to the classrooms and be invited, but I thought it was a very clever idea, especially for Kay. So,
Very nice.
yeah.
All right. Ryan, I see that we have a little thing, so I'm guessing you have some comments?
Yeah, just sharing with you some information, some numbers from a seminar that I attended last week. This is from an employee from the Ohio Department of Education and Workforce, ODU, presented at our conference. Just regarding enrollment across the state and funding. So the first page is relating to public schools across the state. So what it's saying is that over the last, on average, about over the last 7 years, enrollment, they're saying that public school enrollment is decreasing about 1% per year, which, you know, which we're familiar with in our district. And on the second page, it breaks down the funding that the state is putting into preschool through preschool through 12th grade education regarding in terms of public schools versus community versus JVS, ESCs, and then county board of DVDs, and then scholarship programs, which that'll be explained a little bit on the next page. But a couple of main points on page 2 where I highlighted kind of in the middle. So the $127 million increase in the 25-26 school year equates to, so public schools are getting about, in whole, are getting about a 1.5% increase this year in funding. And then if you look over on the far right, they're getting about a 1.4% increase in funding. So the point is that, you know, just ballparking, $125 million increase over the 2 years to about 1.4 million students. And the thing that sticks out to everybody in public education is contrast that with down at the bottom where the scholarship line, you know, they're getting about a $99 million increase this year, and that's for only 163,000 students. And then an $89 million increase the following year. So down to the bottom line, grand total, you know, so the state legislators would tell us that, you know, they put 2.9% and 2.6% increases into the education budget, but when you do this breakdown, you can see that all the other types of entities other than public schools are getting nice increases, but it's just reflective of kind of the priority that our state legislature has in terms of public schools versus school choice and so forth. So it's pretty telling when you dig down into the details, and the 2.9% is just, you know, just very misleading as it relates to public schools. Page 3 is digging down into the details in terms of that scholarship number. So the thing I highlighted, so in FY23 there are about 80,000 so-called scholarships, and then you can see how that has increased to 163,000 in FY25, which was last year. And the big increase is this Ed Choice expansion, 23,000 to 87,000 to almost 100,000 last year. And so on the total, that's where the 163,000 came that I referenced on the previous page. In simple terms, I mean, what this means is that, you know, across the state, our tax dollars and, you know, the education, the so-called education budget, you know, there's several thousand people across the state who send their kids to private schools, and they are now getting several $1,000s that they weren't getting a few years ago. And on the last page is regarding this Ed Choice expansion and kind of the criteria and what the numbers are. So down at the very bottom, it's just pointing out that for this current school year, that dollar amount is $6,100, almost $6,200 if you have a K through 8 student, and then $8,400 if your kid is in high school. And I highlighted the 450% because it said, so for example, if you have a family of 4 and your federal adjusted gross income is at or lower than $145,000, then you get 100% of that 6166 or 8408. You know, if your income is a little above that, it starts phasing out. But you know, that dollar threshold is pretty. It's whatever the right word is. It's kind of lenient. So just the point that kind of repeating myself, but a lot of parents across the state are happy about Ed Choice expansion because it's helping them pay for their private school tuition, and that's good for them, but it's not good for public education. So that's kind of the main takeaway, and I'm sure this will. I mean, it's been a topic of conversation, you know, from OSBA and our organizations in Columbus, and it'll continue to be so, and especially as our Republican legislature keeps promoting school choice. So,
I have a question. First page. The percentage change in 2021 was ginormous from every other year. What was significant in 21?
COVID.
Oh,
Good question.
Like COVID, yeah, and COVID started like obviously in March of 2020, and,
right.
and then the 20.
So it
2021
didn't
school
really
year.
show the effect until the next year then. Okay, yeah, because when I think COVID, I'm thinking 19 and 20, and when I went 21, I'm like, well, we should have been coming out of there. Okay.
All
I
right.
was paying attention to the numbers though.
Good job.
I'm glad. Just to piggyback on what Brian said, there are signs up tonight, cups, to support public education. Something I probably should not share, but not last year, but the year prior, we received test scores from some of the private schools around here that we shouldn't have received. And I just want to say I'm really proud of our kids that stay in public education. So, and I'll just leave it there. This is very disheartening that our tax dollars go to private school, and knowing that they don't have the same accountability measurements that we do, and then they can also just have those kids leave at any time, and they don't send the tax dollars back with them when they do that. So it's, and I do not like the voucher expansion at all. Just my 2 cents, and y'all be proud of it.
Look at that. 2 cents in a cup.
There's a pen in there too.
Very strong magnet on this pen, just so you know. You go for it. All right. So we have no comments from either of our associations. So we'll move right on over to central staff. Who has the mic? Oh, Jack, you want to start?
Sure.
All right.
Okay, we will start with talk about the high school, 712. Tomorrow we will do our last gym floor signing. We're 83% done because we have 5 grade levels that have been able to get in there and sign the gym floor before completion. So that's great. Tomorrow will be 6th graders, and that'll finish everybody out. And the high school, we had 11, 10, 9th, and 8th graders from this year sign it because they will be the high school students next year. In the middle school, we'll have the 7th graders and 6th graders sign that floor. And we let them, what? You guys participated? Or no, Haley didn't. Daniela did. I saw her there. But it was, we didn't put any, the floor is huge. So they could write their name as big or as small as they wanted to, and it was kind of nice. Overall, I'd say 99% did a really good job being respectful, and that was good. That was a great thing on that. As far as the progress for the 712, they started building the pirate ship in the courtyard, so it's going to be huge on that. So it figures big enough to seat 88 students, so that's a pretty good size deck, basically, is what that is. The gyms are painted. I think that you got a pretty good look at what the gym's going to look like. It's basically finished except for the floors and bleachers and some wall padding on that. Classrooms on the high school wing, the first floor, all the classrooms are tiled, painted, ceiling pads are in, lights are working, controls are up. So they're moving along quickly. I think the entire high school wing should be completed. We're September now. I'd say by mid-August or mid-October. Mid-October. On that, we should have just about everything done to the hallways, and we're holding off on the hallways till everybody's out before we tile hallways on that. Gym floors arrived today. The shipping of gym floors, so they're starting the high school gym floor tomorrow. So once they start it'll go pretty quick. We have 7 weeks to put all the gym floors in, so it's kind of exciting. As far as Russell goes, the abatement is done at Russell. They're in the process of they removed one of our underground fuel oil storage tanks. The second one will have to wait until AES finally gets around to turning our power off. We've been waiting on that for a few weeks now, so I'll be calling them again tomorrow. We need the power off before we can remove the tank because the electric lines run right over top of the tank. So, but once that is done and the power is off, we will get cleared for demolition. So that should happen probably within the next week or so. We should begin demolition on Russell. On that. But other than that, I think things are going pretty well.
So are we on schedule with the 712?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, we are.
It sounded like we were, but you know
Yes.
the schedule.
We are. We will not have any issues getting in there by the last day of school. So I'll say that.
So I have a question, just because I'm curious. So we tear down the building, right? And then we got the land. Then what? What do we?
Just the green space. I
Just-
mean,
Right.
it's really, it's up to the athletic department and everybody what they want to do with it. It could become a practice field
Oh, nice.
or something else.
Are you talking about Russell or are you talking about the high school?
Well, I know the high school where we are putting a practice field in the high school.
Yes.
Yeah, but Russell,
Oh.
we're not gonna, what are we gonna do with Russell?
That will be a school board decision.
Well, that's
Oh,
What
what
happens to that land?
But we haven't made that decision
No,
yet.
we have not.
But we'll take it to, by the time winter gets here, we'll have it down to all green space. We'll have the roads removed. There'll be no buildings left on that site, and there'll be seeding for grass. And then we'll maintain it until the board
Something's done.
makes a decision on what they want to do with it. Whether we keep it, we just keep the grass cut and maintain it, or else if they choose to sell it, they can do that too.
Oh, interesting. Cause I know that's a lot of land.
And when is the middle school due to come down?
The middle school, that will be next summer sometime. It'll start. Honestly, before the middle school comes down, we might wait a year before we take it down, just because it sits so close to the elementary. We're concerned about when we start taking it down about the driveway leading to and from. We want to do that over the summer, we think, when folks aren't around, just to be safe. So it might wait a year.
Is there any, part of what I was gonna talk about was that our ECC parents did not disappoint in our inability to make lines and follow with it. Is there any plan that once the middle school is down, that we will reroute people so that's not such a nightmare in the mornings?
I don't have that
It's gotta
plan
go
yet. So
That's not, I just wondered if
The
that was.
the plan for the middle school is going to be all green space where it's at.
Okay, I didn't know if that was gonna help that congestion, because now we got
Yeah.
2 schools there
Yeah.
saying, and yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think that what'll help some of the congestion will be the middle school traffic going away, part of it. So that'll be a big help.
So I know that the littler ones, the littles in the elementary, a lot of the parents drive their kids to school. Does
Yeah.
the middle school have mostly busing? No?
Get a lot of person.
Do they, okay.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah,
I know there's
there's a lot
cars
of car
everywhere.
riders in all the buildings. There's fewer, the older the kids get, the fewer car riders there are,
That's what I thought.
especially in the afternoons because of sports and stuff too, once you get in the upper grades. But I will say that over here at the elementary, their car rider line so far has been backing up along Stadium Street onto Pease, and it stops about the front door of the ECC before it starts moving on that. So it's a pretty good line right now. I think that over the next couple of weeks, that line will start getting shorter because more and more kids will start riding a bus. That would be the hope. I mean, we can put a lot of kids in a bus, and a bus is a whole lot safer than a car, and you're not sitting in line for 30 minutes, which is what a lot of people do. And if you've got to wait for a bus for 30 minutes, it's a lot easier to do it at your home and walk out 5 minutes before that bus arrives to meet your kid. So, on that. But I don't know. We'll see.
I just thought maybe that was something that was in the works, that if there was going to be more space where cars could line up on the property and not be out on the streets, that was something that we were considering.
Yeah, right now we were planning on green space. If we do make it, let's say if we had to put asphalt down, then we'd have to put retainage ponds for runoff and everything else, and it gets really costly really quick on that, so we'd have to look at that and see what we
I
could
just
do.
wondered if that was something we.
Even though right now, when we take the middle school down, that's gonna be a giant hole right there.
Yeah,
So,
that's what I was wondering, it's like somewhat underground, right?
Yeah. it's 1 story underground.
That's what I thought,
Yeah.
yeah. That would be an interesting green space, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
Well, we got Mount Chuck over at the high school.
Yeah, Mount Shook.
Yeah.
Go on over.
Mount Shook.
But if you look at that mountain, it's coming down already. It's about half gone.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So we're trying to figure out if they get to leave their sign up there any longer, or if we take it down before it falls, because the way they're digging into it. Because it's our topsoil for the high school. We're putting topsoil out now because we're ready to start seeding some areas. So we're digging into that topsoil pile pretty heavily right now.
That's fine. All right. Miss Robin, you got anything to add?
I don't have anything.
Easy enough. Becky, how about you?
All set.
Oh, wow, okay, we're moving right along, aren't we? Oh, okay, wow. All right. Jack spoke for everybody.
You're welcome.
Okay. We have no general comments from the public either, so we're gonna move on to board members. Let's see if we can be as fast as them. I don't know, we'll start with Lori.
Oh, yay. I am not turning that thing on. Everybody can hear me, right? Good, all right. So I have a couple things. She took my parade, because I had it on my list. I think you looked over and you saw it and took it. So, yeah, she copied my paper. Yeah, the parade is going to be the 25th at 6, and there's all kind of events going on. Of course, the football game and the homecoming dance and things of that sort. Congratulations on being a delegate. What exactly does that entail?
So, from what I know right now, it'll be like once a quarter, so there's 4 times throughout the school year, so I'm assuming it's quarterly. And I'll go, it's actually during the school day, it's all Fridays. So like, I think it was 7:30 to 8, they feed breakfast and lunch. And basically, I think it's just kind of like this on a Montgomery County level, basically. So I'm gonna be a school representative for that kind of.
Awesome. And I'm guessing this isn't a new thing, just new to us, because you're in it. Okay. all right.
Yeah, I apparently,
Kristen
think
did it last
Kristen's
year.
not.
I always
okay.
took our senior board
Yeah.
rep, and I nominated you.
Oh, thank you. I'm very excited. So,
Okay, all right, so I just wanted more information on that. Amen. Farewell to the turtles. I feel like we need to I don't know, salute or something, I don't know.
They've been there for a while.
Yeah, so, yeah, we should be able to name them before they go. Come on, we haven't touched it. And then, really, the marching band, I saw that on Facebook. That was just awesome. My son, he was in the marching band, so it's always kind of near and dear to my heart. I saw more football games those years than I did ever. But yeah, that was very touching, and the marching band is a good group of kids, very dedicated to what they do, And I'm glad that they're getting a little recognition that it shows. So that's all I have.
All righty. I don't know if you want to keep just going down the line there.
I can go down. Pirate Island Fest is the 13th, so that's the week before. And please, they need help. So if you can at all volunteer, please call over at the high school and they can get you in touch with Jen Hinch and she can give you a job. We are hopefully going to have a lot of our athletes that are going to be there to help out. But it is a huge undertaking and it all benefits our kids because it's through the athletic boosters. Spring sports are hot and heavy right now. They're going. I know the girls, next week we have 4 matches in a row and a tournament on Saturday. So we're busy. We have another match tomorrow. We're young, we're inexperienced, but we're making it through. And we have become a pirate family, like I always wanted. So we're moving forward and things will continue. So that's all I have.
Fantastic. All right, John, what do you got?
Real quick, I have 3 things to say. Congratulations to the cheerleaders in Riley for the Pirate Car Award. I still don't have one up. That's all right. I'm not bitter at all. And congratulations to them. It's great to just see them cheer and just have kids in here. It's always a great thing. Pirate Packs is going to start, Jack, distribution on the 19th. So we will pack on the 18th, which is 2 Thursdays from tomorrow. We'll finally be able to get that started for the school year. We've been delayed because of issues with the warehouse through the store, and we've not been able to use it. So we've had no location to do any packing at all. So that changes in 2 weeks. So the 19th is the first day of school that kids will take packs on. So there are lists being compiled now for students who are going to be enrolled in it. So if you do know someone who is interested in signing up for a Pirate Pack, then you can contact the office of the building we're and the applications are there. Lastly, to kind of continue, I said something about Becky last time. I'm going to pick on Devin this time. Mr. Berry, I just want to publicly thank you for all the interactions we've had. And one of the first times I can remember really talking to you was actually in the press box a few years ago during one of the high school football games. And I don't remember what team it was, but I remember that we actually had a good game, whatever Friday it was that this happened, that we actually scored and we actually won the football game. So I can't remember who it was we played, but you were in the press box and I kind of got a chance to, because in here we don't really interact much. And so there's been times over the 7 years I've sat here to reach out to you, and you've always been very, very cordial and professional. Just appreciate what you do for the district. Good to have. It's glad we're blessed to have you here. So that's all I got.
Wow. Very well said.
Top that.
Yeah. All right, Angie, you're going to be the one topping that one, right?
I had, congrats to Haley on her student rep position. Thank you for a great job you did with the band. The band did. That means so much to people, little kind gestures of kindness. And I think all of us can learn from that. The cheer team, what a great job they did. I love seeing the smiles. I can remember being at games before in the past where not everybody was smiling, and they were today. And a big congratulations to Riley. I had the honor, used to get to see her cheer a lot. She was just a few years younger than my son, and she was cheered for the sporting team. So she was a great job as a cheerleader, and it sounds like she's doing a great job as a coach. And then I had on here about Pirate Island Fest, but you already talked about it, so I don't need to bring that up.
All right. Well, it's funny because I also have Pirate Island Fest, but I guess we don't
Wow,
need to do it 3 times, right? So I did want to mention, and I totally forgot about it. There's that festival at Zion. And do we have any students that help out with that? I forget. But I think I remember maybe they were just a member of the church or something. But yeah, there's that Zion festival, but that's happening like in a few days. So no, it's gonna be late by the time that's happening. At least it's on the TV. Yeah, there's really not too many events other than, of course, the the homecoming parade, which is gonna be exciting, because I guess we'll be on our own float. I'm correct. So
Congratulations.
I'm not gonna be with the kids this time.
He's gonna be a big boy.
Sorry, I do wanna add though, the, parent meeting for NHS for the new, round of kids was tonight. And then, induction is coming up. I don't remember if I think I actually have the date of that too. No. But it's coming soon, or October 6th actually.
October 6th.
So, that'll be the NHS induction.
NHS induction, October 6th. All right. And then, let's see, that's pretty much all I had. I did talk to Mr. Krissick today. I saw him, I was at the audit title, just hanging out, because my mom works there. And he was in there and got to talk with him a little bit. And he said that everything with the turtles are going well. He gave me his personal stamp of approval, so.
It's a thing.
It is, it's a big deal. Yeah, so it seems like the turtles are doing a good job. Everything's going well. Other than that, I really don't have anything. So I'm going to end with, I think I talked about it a few board meetings ago, that I had this bazooka joke. And I remember I didn't do it because Ozzy Osbourne died, so I ended up doing an Ozzy quote. But I still have this and I wanted to say it. So this says, it's called Fortune. You speak hastily without thinking first. Take care or you will make enemies. That's kind of an interesting little thing, huh? I don't know if that's really something you can take home, but I said it. So I think, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting to say, but now saying it out loud, it's really not that impressive. Thank you, Bazooka Jeff, for that. Other than that, I am, thank you.
Second.
Aye.
Mrs. Gibson,
Yes.
Mr. Llewellyn,
Yes.
Mrs. Miller,
Yes.
Mr. Money,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw.
Yes.
All right. Thank you, guys.